I can't believe the hoax, this sham, this absolute injustice justice system. DA Bragg and the judge should be ashamed of themselves. This isn't just ridiculous. This actually erodes the confidence that Americans have in the justice system. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable.
Senator Tim Scott there making his stance very clear on the verdict in the hush money trial of Donald Trump. He posted a minute-long video to X earlier today. In the post, Scott wrote, "Joe Biden, you're fired. We the people stand with Donald J. Trump." The reaction comes as the former president was found guilty on all 34 counts of felony charges. Now, following the decision, crowds surged near the courthouse in New York City with people celebrating the verdict and others protesting the outcome. But the question is, what's next? Our Bill Burr sat down with political science professor Mark Owens to see what he thinks could happen.
Joining us now with more on the fallout from the Trump jury verdict is Dr. Mark Owens, a political science professor with the Citadel. Dr. Owens, thanks for joining us here. It seems like we're entering into uncharted territory for our country. First of all, do you think this will have any type of impact on the primary elections coming up?
I think the answer to that question would be no, that this is the part that we can be certain about. The primaries, Trump is the presumptive nominee for the Republicans, and even though there'll be some conversation about this to be known before the convention, there's a certain opportunity where he will be able to talk about his appeal and move forward with that, sort of identifying, in this case, move right on with the convention for the primaries.
I wonder if some of the primary candidates here for these regional races for Congress and whatnot, if the Democrats and Republicans will capitalize on this.
I think in some cases that it's isolated. That the candidates for Congress, the candidates for the state legislature are not really involved in this, and this is sort of historical to them. So even if there have been endorsements or other parts, the thought is here they'll be focused on their races coming up the next few weeks.
Moving down the line then later this year for November here, we've got a big general election, obviously a presidential election here. Where do we stand? Do you think, can President Trump continue to run for re-election at this point?
He can, and I think in this case will. The opportunity that he would have is to identify the kind of appeal that he can put forward, as well as still see what information is going to come out. But on the opportunity of knowing that this date was going to be set for a jury to make a decision, that he is able to move forward and running for president. And this idea is we still will have a debate for president between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump before the sentencing is even done.
It seems like both camps, the Republicans and the Democrats, will dig their heels in for, obviously, the Republicans, most of them pro-Trump, Democrats against Trump, pro-Biden here, and it seems like it will continue to be divisive here for quite some time.
It is. This goes to a strategy for the fact of really fighting for the independent voters, that some people will try and maximize what the impact of this is. It is historic, and others may try and minimize it to the fact is that it came back from 2017 and 2016 in the time periods.
Real quickly then, Doctor, do you think that this election, the presidential election, could hinge then on the independent voters?
Yeah, absolutely. The independent voters are going to matter right now. It's so close in the polls of those people who know who they're going to support already. And really you're looking at the 5 to 8% of people who aren't sure who they're going to support. And this is essentially a decision that they will grapple with and think about, but we haven't seen it before. It's happening quite early in the year, knowing that we won't cast our ballots till November, but this will be part of the conversation moving forward.
And we'll be keeping an eye on it here in the weeks and the months to come. Dr. Mark Owens with the Citadel, thanks for being with us tonight. We appreciate it.